Hello, I'm Cypher with another Minecraft video. I want to talk about this really new exciting Minecraft live stream that went up this morning and all the things that they told us today and all these beautiful new exciting things that are to be expected in this upcoming second part of the Caves and Cliffs update and the update that's going to be coming next year. Excuse me if you hear a little bit of wind sounds, but it's a bit windy today, so, you know, the windows and everything is moving. But let's just start with this. I'm right now in one of these new lush caves that I found that is really, really cool to show. So I'm going to be just probably walking around while I talk to, you know, make it a little bit more ASMR friendly, if you want to say so. So the first thing that they told us today about is all of these new updates that are going to be coming in the Caves and Cliffs second part of the update that's supposed to be coming in around 1 or 2 months. They don't have an estimated date for the moment given. I'm guessing because it's not ready yet. There's like a lot of things to be done in the part of coding and everything, and it's been so hard for, you know, the Minecraft creators that apparently they had, well, not apparently, they actually had to split the update, you know, into 2 parts because they weren't able to finish it in time with the very first update, and that is completely understandable given the fact that, you know, there's a lot going in this new update, and we found a really cool code in here. If anybody's wondering, you can see the coordinates in the top left of my screen, and I'm playing on a seed that I decided to just check right now. That's called the mine seed. I mean, in the seed part, I wrote mine seed all together with no brackets, and I mean with no underscores, no anything. And I found this lush cave in this. Let me just get myself. What am I doing? An effect of night vision so we can properly see. And I totally forgot to write my name here, so let me just do this. Then we need night vision. We need maybe for 1000 seconds with an amplifier of 100. And let's just say true so we have no bubbles. Here we go. So we're inside a cave. But anyways, so the first thing and one of the things that they told, which is actually really cool to know, is that this caves update was inspired in some caves in Vietnam called the Sundong, I don't know how to pronounce them. Oh, we found diamonds. Yay. The Sundong caves in Vietnam, which are supposed to be these really deep, humongous caves in Vietnam, and it's cool that they inspired this into something real, because Minecraft to this day is every time coming and, you know, being turned into something more realistic. They're adding some new mobs that we're going to be talking about in a few moments, but it's really impressive how the more updates come and the more technology, you know, it's created in the world, they can make this game the more realistic that at some points you really feel like you actually, you know, can have like a double life inside here, and that's something that's really, really cool from part of the Minecraft creators. So, you know, one of the things they said, and that's something that I really like from them, is that they're going to be making these new exciting humongous caves spawn below the pre-existing ones for the worlds that already exist. And that's cool because, say for example you found yourself a mob spawner in your existing world right now and you decided to create one experience farm and everything, and suddenly the update comes, you know, and it creates this humongously big cave that just wrecks all of your experience farm, and when you go down you're like, what the hell, and you have to make a new one. So they actually decided to make these humongous caves to spawn below the actually existing ones in the world that, you know, worlds that already are up and running, so that you don't lose anything that you already, you know, you already have. And that way you can just simply explore something new in the lower levels. And of course, as far as I understand, if you create a new world, then there's going to be big caves, you know, at regular levels and at the new lower levels. So that's just really, really cool. So let's just take a little bit of a look at how these caves are gonna be looking at, and then we can discuss a little bit about all the fantastic things that come. So let's just take a look. Actually, that is really, really beautiful. You know, I'm a big fan of ASMR content, which is not only the sounds that it is just the bigger part of it, but it's also, you know, things that are appealing to the eye. And I really, really love how this new world generation looks like. Because, I mean, wow. I'm a big fan of, you know, Minecraft world generation, and, you know, this is just next level, because, I mean, obviously they're using some kind of shaders and the video is super edited, so there's going to be a few things that are going to look similar, but not, you know, the lighting is going to change. But still, I mean, this is already looking beautiful, and we're talking about some kind of beta experimental kind of, you know, idea in here, but when the actual update comes out, it's going to be even better, you know, because they're going to be changing, and, you know, they're going to be changing, and they're going to be adapting all the things that don't work to the moment. And right now I'm on the water, which is, wow, okay. Since I'm using the Kelly's Clear Water add-on, sometimes I cannot distinguish where the water starts and where the water ends, but I mean, if this is already beautiful now, imagine when they just, you know, get rid of all the bugs and the things that people just say, you know, I'm not happy with this and everything. Because one of the things that they really talked about in the live stream early this morning was the fact that they really do take into consideration all of the things that, you know, us Minecraft fans tweet about and make videos about and everything, and they actually do pay attention to the things that we don't like and try to make something about it. So that's really cool, you know, unlike other games where they really just, you know, leave aside the fact that you're not happy with something, not to say anything about Kabam. But yeah, so one of the things they talked about, and I mean, not that something that it's gonna affect me much because I don't play on computers, but for all of you that, you know, have PC and love to play Java Edition and stuff, actually to this point they're now gonna be adding some sort of, not crossplay because that already exists, but they're going to be adding Java and Bedrock both into the Xbox Game Pass for PC. So if you play on a computer now, you can experience both of the games in the same, you know, in the same technology. And that's going to be cool because you can now just, you know, oh hey, nice loot in here. You can just, you know, make videos or just, you know, test different things, like all of these videos that say, you know, in Java this happens, but in Bedrock it goes like this, and in Java the seed has this, but in Bedrock is different, and all of those things that usually we're curious about. Now you can actually just, you know, pay one monthly subscription and have the opportunity of actually, you know, testing it and realizing how accurate it is. So I don't know, but I really find that interesting if you play in a computer. Sadly, I cannot, because, you know, my computer is just currently made for, well, not made, but, well, I wanted to parkour there, but I couldn't. Not made, but it's, working for music production, so I would need a different rendering and things, you know, to make it a gamer computer, so for the moment, given I don't, but for those of you that actually do it, it's really, really interesting. So I suggest that you take a look into that. So let's take a look at what's the next thing that's coming in the update and the things that we saw in this early live stream. In this new update was the move boating, which is one of the things that we were all, this is the same chest, of course. The move boating, which is one of the things that we were all looking forward to. I sadly wasn't able to boat this time because, well, I slept through the live stream, not something that I'm proud of, but yeah, it happened. But, you know, there were 3 different mobs that were taken into account for the voting this time. And let's just take a little bit of a look at how they look and what they were all supposed to be doing. So let's just check that. We had the glare, the LA, and the copper golem. I thought for a moment, and I mean, if you saw already the live stream, you already know that the LA won. I thought for a moment the copper golem was going to be the winner, because we've seen, I don't know if you're, you know, big fan of all those new streamers that are just posting these little mini videos testing things and stuff in YouTube, but most of them already got like a mod or something about the copper golem. And you know, it was the mod that was mostly made into videos, so I thought it was the one that the Minecraft community was going to be choosing. To the surprise, the alley was one choosing. I actually had my doubts. I mean, if I would have had the chance to vote, I was a little bit fourth with the glare, and second, you know, in second place the copper golem. So I'm a bit disappointed that the alley won, but I mean, we'll have to see how good or bad is it, and how we take that into the gameplay. But the glare was actually something that I was looking forward to, because, you know, having a mob that can sense, you know, the lighting levels would have been awesome, because, you know, for the Java community, it's easy for them to just, you know, press, I think it is F1 or F3, I forget because I don't play Java, but, you know, you press the right F, and you get not only the coordinates, but the light levels of where you're standing, so that's easy to know if you're in a, you know, in the right place or not, or if you need to up the lighting of where you are. But for us Bedrock gamers, there's no way to know what the lighting level is for us, you know, so the glare would have been a really good addition to finally get to know if I need to place a torch or not where I'm standing. So I would have really loved to see that into Minecraft, but apparently it got voted out in the first voting, so well, there's that. The copper golem would have been really good, you know, to making some sort of lookout, I mean, physically looking cool things like dungeons and stuff where there are, you know, like ancient ruins or something, and there's, you know, like old statues and you can revive them and stuff, so that would have been fun. But other than that, you know, having a mob that just runs around pressing random buttons, I do not see the looks for that, because usually when you make a redstone contraption, what you want is, you know, something that, yes, gets triggered, but it has to be triggered with a purpose and at a certain timing. So having a copper golem just, you know, randomly pressing a button, it can actually trigger something, but you're not going to be able to control it, so I wouldn't have seen the point of it, but it does look cute, I'm not going to lie about that. And the alley, we'll have to see how it works, but as far as I understand, you're going to be giving it an item. It's going to hold it, something like, I'm guessing, like the fox, that it holds it in its mouth. And then it's going to try and help you find the item. So, I mean, if it's going to help us find diamonds or maybe ancient debris, then it's going to be really awesome. But I kind of don't understand if that's exactly how it's going to be working. So we're going to have to see how the ally gets involved into all of this. And maybe I'll end up becoming a big fan of it. But so far, I mean, that's the one that won, so we'll have to see how it happens. So, next thing in the update, I mean, the live stream that we saw earlier today. Let me just get rid of this pointy dripstone. I'm trying to just, you know, not take damage. So, the next thing they talked about was the block bench, you know, thing that's something separate and at the same time completely, you know, in unison with Minecraft. And it's this really cool thing where you can create your very own mods, add-ons, as far as I understand. Your very own mobs, I think. So let's take a look at how this guy creates a grizzly bear, which apparently makes it so easy to look. I don't know if it's gonna be that easy in the end, and I mean, that's obviously made in a computer, so hopefully there's a way that once you finish your very new mob or something, you can add it in the Bedrock edition, because, I mean, I'm a Bedrock player, so we'll have to see. But so far it looks really cool, because you can actually, you know, add the things that maybe you've always wanted Minecraft to add to the game and they haven't. So, I mean, now you can custom create the game for you, and that's, you know, awesome. So let's look at it. In here, he's going to be creating a grizzly bear. As far as he's explaining, all he has to do is, you know, download that wizard thing app. And then he's just going to be using the basis of a polar bear and apparently just changing, like, the skin of it. You know, like, when you custom create your own skin. So it looks really easy. And some of the creators actually, you know, some live stream that they custom made, you know, their own dogs and different things. So, I mean, Minecraft has always been, you know, he's making right now in here a butterfly. Minecraft has always been, you know, all these things about pixels. So it's really easy, you know, using this, you know, kind of idea into creating something new. So pixels are just like using a grid, like the entire game is based off a grid. So that just makes it really easy to work into. Because, you know, if the whole game is just based off a grid and you can just imagine, you know, a 3D world made out of blocks and grids, then, you know, it's just really easy to create almost anything, because as long as it fits inside the squares, you can just make anything out of it. So, I don't know, I'm really excited to try and make my very own mob. The first thing that I thought when I saw this was like, yo, oh, there's a glow squid, and he looks awesome. The first thing that I thought was like, yo, I really want to create some, you know, lighting box. And funny as it is, they're gonna be adding them. We'll talk about that later, so they kind of read my mind, but yeah, I'm gonna be testing this new feature. The next thing that they talked about was the next update that's coming right after this Caves and Cliffs number 2 update. And this one is coming next year. We'll have to see if they split it too. I don't know. But one of the things that I didn't quite understand about this live stream that we saw earlier today was that they talked about something called the Deep Dark, and that's where we're going to be finding the warden and everything. It seems like it's, you know, on the ground here in the caves, but as far as I knew, the warden was going to be coming with the Caves and Cliffs. So I'm a little bit confused if it's going to be taking until the next update for next year, or if it's coming with this one, because they talked about it right after telling us that the wild update is coming. So I'm a bit confused with the fact that if the warden is going to be added into this one or not. We're going to have to see. But let's take a look at the Deep Dark. This is one of the things that I really, really loved. I'm all into spooky things in Halloween, I mean, as long as it's not paranormal activity. And this is really, really into all the, you know, Halloween-y kind of kids way of, Halloween-y kids way of, you know, spooky. So I really, really love it. So let's take a look. So they're going to be adding these new Deep Dark cities, which are just, you know, like a totally new biome below caves. And it's really cool because it has this really spooky vibe into it. And it's something that, if you like exploring different biomes and things in Minecraft, this is definitely for you. I mean, I love it, and how, you know, we've all been waiting for the sculk sensor, especially if you're a redstone, like I. You know, I really can't wait to see how this goes, because, I mean, there's a lot of things. They talk a lot about this new sculk family, which involves, you know, the sculk family, a bunch of new blocks that are just, you know, being added. And this really, really looks like something to be explored, and something that I definitely look forward into. So in here we can see how the warden interacts with the gameplay. And as far as they were saying, if you make too many noises, inside Minecraft, that's when the warden will be appearing inside these, you know, cities. And this new skulk kind of block will give you this darkness effect, which is really cool. So you cannot see. It like turns the lights on and off. They flicker a little bit like, you know, these spooky haunted mansions inside Disney parks. So this is really cool, and as you can see, the warden appeared right there, and you still have the darkness, so you cannot see properly. And he's gonna be coming right after you, and obviously you're sneaking because you do not want it to create, you know, too much noises. So it's just something like run for your life. So I really adore this idea. And apparently, or as far as I've understood, they didn't mention this, but we've seen it in Minecraft pages that, you know, they're a bit sensible to snow. Yeah, they're sensible to snowballs. So one of the easy ways to kill a warden is with snowballs, which gives, I mean, if they keep this new idea into account, because that's what we know so far, then, you know, it actually gives a use to snowballs other than just, you know, being something that you keep in to make a snowball fight with your friends. So this actually can come out as something cool and different for Minecraft. So I do hope that this gives a new idea for the snowball and how to use it. So hopefully Minecraft keeps it. But to this day, I love it, and the thrill and the spookiness that, you know, these new ancient ruined cities are going to be giving us is just going to be wow. So, I mean, on top of that, and let me just see if I find a way to go up there again, because I don't know what I just said, but on top of that, there's going to be coming a new kind of swamp biome that's going to be coming, you know, for the update next year, and I really like it. It's called mangrove swamp, I think. Something about mangrove. And it's this new tree that I haven't actually seen in real life, so that's just, you know, everyone says they played with it when they were kids. Not me. But, you know, I may need some wood to craft a pickaxe and make myself a ladder, so I'm gonna head back to the mineshaft and do something there. So, yeah, there's coming this new mangrove tree, that mangrove swamp, that is really nice, because if you add the right, you know, the right shaders to your gameplay, it's really gonna be something mesmerizing to watch, because they're adding the fireflies, which I was talking about a little bit earlier. So that's gonna be really awesome. There's also gonna be the addition of the frog, which I love, because at first when I saw the mangrove thing, I was like, it really looks cool, but it needs some sort of mob, you know. I was thinking of an alligator, like, you know, it would have been typical to add an alligator into that, but I never thought of a frog, and that's actually really smart, because it's most probably gonna be, you know, a friendly mob, so it's really gonna look nice. So let's take a look at how this mangrove tree swamp looks. What we're looking at is the mangrove tree, which is something really interesting that Minecraft is being able to add to the gameplay, because this is going to be the first tree that's going to be growing in water. So you plant it in water or in land and it grows, which is just new. So this is, I don't know, literally awesome. It looks really great, because they were able to turn the roots into, you know, the Minecraft style, which is the block. So as you can see, you can definitely, you know, let me just draw a little bit on top of this, so maybe we can see what I was talking about, you know, the grid kind of game playing. So you can just, you know, I'm not the best drawer in a phone, but you can definitely see the block, you know, experience of Minecraft itself, where everything is taken into consideration and turned into a square. So right now we see that, but we can also see the roots in it. So that's something that I really love about this new mangrove tree, because, you know, they made something real into something Minecraft, so yay. So, as expected, there's gonna be a new wood type, which is gonna be this mangrove wood type. And we're gonna see everything about it when it comes out, but it looks really cool. So, they're making this new wood type that's gonna be coming. So, they also showed us this new drawing, I would say, kind of art thing, which is like, you know, showing us what it could be. And apparently they're designing these mangrove trees to grow like in these big branches, you know, like they do in swamps and everything. So just like our beloved Agnes was saying, it's gonna be really fun to just, you know, vote ourselves below it, because it's gonna be like kind of, you know, corny, and I love it. So this is gonna be the new mangrove tree. So this is a new mangrove swamp. And it really looks cool, because I've never been a fan of the actual swamp of Minecraft, but I think I'm gonna be loving this one. We have the mangrove trees, we have, you know, the swamp itself, and they're adding this new type of dirt, which is really cool, which is mud, because it's just like actual dirt, you know. It's, you know, dirt, but with water, so that's really cool. In here they were talking about how beautiful sunsets look. So as I was talking, there's also the new frogs, which is one of the new mobs that are going to be coming with these mangrove swamps, and they're really cute. You know, they pop their chests like they would in real life, and as far as I understand, they're friendly, so I really like that idea. The fireflies that I was talking about earlier too, so that's gonna give a really good mesmerizing new look to swamps, and I absolutely adore it. There's a frog too, and they're also gonna be frog food, which is kind of cute. Interesting part, they're adding tadpoles, which is like a new mob. Instead of just making mini frogs when they're babies, they're gonna be a different mob, so that is actually awesome. They're also talking about the fact that you can have different kinds of frogs depending on the water they grow on. I mean, the kind of biome they grow on, which is awesome, because to my opinion, I think they're going to be doing this different, how to say it, the same coding that they added to villagers, you know, when you have villagers, depending on where they are, the kind of clothes they're wearing. I think that that's going to be the very same coding they're going to be adding to frogs. So that's really cool. I don't know if it's going to be the very same thing that they did with pandas, where depending on the type of panda you get, you know, depending the behavior they get, you know, there's a mean panda, and the sneezy panda, and the playful panda, and the lazy panda. And there's a lot of different pandas. So I don't know if they're going to be doing that, because they also already have the different kinds of pandas depending on the biome that they spawn into. So I don't know if they're going to be, you know, cross-playing with the idea of both things, because if they do, there can be a really ton of possibilities. Because I don't know, for example, you get a snowy frog that's cross-played with the idea of a jumpy frog. So there can also be a desert kind of jumpy frog, but also the swamp kind of jumpy frog. So with that idea, we have already 3 different kinds of mobs. But you know, if we take each kind of behavior into a frog combined with each type of biome born frog, then I don't know how many possibilities there are, because at the moment I don't know how many different kinds of frog I lost my train of thought. Frog behaviors are going to be adding into the game. But so far, I really love this new idea. So the frogs are going to be something new and, you know, unexpected to me at the moment. But I love it. So that's pretty much everything they talked about. There was a highlight in, you know, after all of this in the live stream this morning. And then they revealed, you know, that the alloy was the winning mob of the day. So, and that was a wrap of the live stream of this morning. So they really outdid themselves this time. And you know, since there's obviously new technologies coming into, you know, in general in the gaming world, so there's a lot of other things that they can be doing. So that's why it's getting more interesting by the time. And I really cannot wait to see what they come up with next year, and you know, all the new things that they will be adding. I've seen a little bit of videos about the Minecraft history because, well, I haven't been in the game for that long, and you know, seeing how it's come from that one pixely first game that it used to be a long time ago to what we see now, and you know, how beautiful it is and how realistic it's turning into. I really, really love it. So we'll have to see what new things. Let's go back to the Lush Cave. And I'm going to be ending this video soon, but we'll have to see what new things they come with. But so far, the Caves and Cliffs update is already something huge and amazing that I really look forward into. So we'll have to see what spawns below my pre-existing worlds and, I mean, any other worlds. But we'll have to see what comes below the fun world that I already have. And we'll have to see all the things that they have installed for us. So thank you all for watching these. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. And as usual, I'll be leaving in the description the link to my Instagram, because as you all know, I'm first and foremost a DJ and a music producer. So stay tuned, because new music will be released very soon. Goodbye for everyone. So take care and have an amazing Saturday. Bye.